Why your bonus is taxed so much, explained simply. If you have ever received a bonus and felt like most of it disappeared in tax, you are not imagining it, and you are certainly not alone. The way bonuses interact with the PAYE system means they can appear to be taxed at a much higher rate than your normal salary, but the reality is slightly more nuanced, and understanding it can actually be reassuring. Your bonus is added to your regular pay in the month it is paid. This means your total gross earnings for that month are significantly higher than usual. Because income tax is calculated on your monthly earnings, a large bonus can temporarily push your total monthly income into a higher tax band. For that pay period, a greater portion of your earnings is taxed at a higher rate, which is why the deduction feels so large. In the UK, the higher rate of income tax, 40%, applies to earnings above £50,270 a year. On a monthly basis, that threshold is approximately £4,189 a month. If your regular monthly pay plus your bonus takes your total earnings above this figure for that month, the portion above the threshold will be taxed at 40% rather than 20%. Here is an example. If your normal monthly gross pay is £3,500 and you receive a bonus of £2,000, your total gross pay that month becomes £5,500. The monthly higher rate threshold is approximately £4,189, so £1,311 of your earnings that month, the amount above the threshold, is taxed at 40% rather than 20%. That is why the bonus feels so heavily taxed. The good news is that this is temporary. Income tax is calculated cumulatively across the tax year. So if too much tax is taken in the month your bonus is paid, your employer should automatically reduce your tax deduction in subsequent months to rebalance the annual total. By the end of the tax year, your total income tax should reflect your actual total annual earnings. This is useful when your bonus month shows a very high tax deduction, and you want to understand why. When you are expecting a large bonus and want to estimate your take-home in advance. Or when you want to understand why your tax deduction drops slightly in the months after a bonus. A common mistake is assuming that once taxed at 40% on a bonus, that rate sticks for the rest of the year. It does not. The cumulative tax system means the higher deduction in your bonus month is usually offset by lower deductions in later months. Your overall effective tax rate is determined by your total annual earnings, not by any single month. To recap, your bonus feels heavily taxed because it is added to your normal pay in one month, temporarily pushing earnings into a higher tax band. The cumulative tax system should correct any overdeduction across the rest of the year. Your overall tax rate is based on your total annual earnings. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more everyday money explained simply.